Last season, I grew 68 pounds of tomatoes from 2 plants in a space 4 feet by 4 feet, no raised bed kit, no drip irrigation, no expensive soil amendments, just a layered bed system and a training method that ancient farmers understood long before the first garden center ever opened. The number that stopped me when I first read it was this. In Matthew 13, verse 8, Jesus describes a seed falling on good soil and producing 100-fold yield. Not double, not triple. 100 times what was sown. I used to think that was poetic language. Now, I think it was a precise agricultural description of what happens when you build the soil correctly and plant with intention. And today I am going to show you exactly how to do it. I am walking you through a 5-layer bed system and the vertical growing method that turns 4 square feet of ground into the most productive space in your entire garden. I gardened the standard way for years. Long rows, conventional spacing, plants spread out across as much ground as I had. The harvests were reasonable. What I did not understand is that conventional spacing was designed around machinery, around tractors, needing room to pass between rows, not around maximizing what a small piece of ground could produce when you remove that constraint. I remember measuring my tomato row one summer and realizing I had 12 plants spread across 40 feet of bed, and every plant was producing a decent amount of fruit, but nothing that justified the footprint. The following year, I trained 2 plants vertically in a 4x4 space with a deep layered bed underneath them and harvested more tomatoes from those 2 plants than I had from 12 the year before. That single experiment rewired how I think about garden space entirely. When you plant a tomato 4 feet from its neighbor, you are giving it ground level space it will never use productively. A tomato plant trained vertically on a stake occupies almost no horizontal footprint while producing fruit from ground level to 6 feet overhead. The yield per square foot is not marginally better than a sprawling plant, it is categorically different. The same is true of cucumbers on a trellis, pole beans growing upward, potatoes hilled repeatedly to produce tubers at multiple levels. Ancient, intensive gardeners in the biblical world were not spreading their crops across wide, flat ground. They were planting densely, layering crops at different heights, and letting plants support and protect each other. This is exactly what modern horticulture calls vertical intensive growing, and the science behind the yields is well established. Genesis 1, verse 29. I give you every seed-bearing plant on the face of the whole earth and every tree that has fruit with seed in it. This is not just a blessing, it is a description of a garden designed for abundance, layered, diverse, every plant feeding and supporting the ones beside it. Deuteronomy 15 instructs the land be given cycles of rest, a sabbatical year of no sowing, no pruning, allowing the soil to rebuild itself. The ancient farmers did not extract without replenishing. The system I am describing is built on exactly that principle. Feed the soil, and the soil feeds the plants. Isaiah 35 describes the desert blooming and the parched ground becoming a pool, a direct connection between intentional care and explosive abundance from ground that appeared dead. The ancient writers understood that what looks like barren soil is never truly empty. Numbers 13 records spies returning from the promised land carrying a single cluster of grapes, so large it required 2 men to carry it on a pole. Whether read literally or as testament to a land deliberately farmed for abundance, the image captures something true. Soil that has been built over generations produces at a scale that looks impossible to anyone who has only worked depleted ground. The ancient agricultural regions of the Levant and Mediterranean were not fertile by accident. They were farmed deliberately, with methods designed to build rather than extract. And in Matthew 13, the parable of the sower does not describe a farmer who got lucky. It describes what happens when seed falls on soil that has been built correctly, soil prepared to receive it, to nurture it, to produce at levels that seem impossible to anyone who has only seen crops grown in depleted ground. 100-fold. That is the number. Ancient farmers measured yield as seeds harvested per seed planted, and 1 grain of wheat in well-prepared soil can produce 100 grains at harvest. That ratio is what Jesus described, and it is what good soil preparation actually delivers. It is achievable when you build the bed the right way. The 5-layer system I am about to walk you through is the closest modern approximation of that preparation I have ever found. Before the first seed goes in the ground, the bed itself has to be built, and this is where most gardeners stop short. A standard raised bed filled with purchased potting mix is a container. What I am describing is a living system, and the difference in what it produces is dramatic. The first layer goes at the very bottom of the bed, beneath everything else. Fallen logs, thick branches, any woody material you can source for free. This is the ancient hugelkultur principle, buried wood that acts as a moisture reservoir, absorbing rainfall and releasing it slowly upward through the growing season. The instruction embedded throughout Mosaic law is to take only what you need and leave the land in a condition to give again. Fallen wood, the material this layer uses, is the land's own offering. Nothing cut, nothing purchased, nothing extracted. You are returning to the soil what the soil already produced. As the wood matures over 2 to 3 seasons and fungi and bacteria fully colonize it, a foundation layer of buried wood under a 4x4 bed can hold enough moisture to carry plants through a 2-week dry spell without any additional watering. One honest note for the first season: freshly buried wood draws some nitrogen from the surrounding soil during early decomposition. Compensate by adding extra compost in the layer above it in year 1. By year 2, the wood is giving back far more than it ever took. Build this layer once, and it works for years. On top of the wood goes the second layer, aged manure or finished compost, packed generously. This is the fertility engine of the bed. Luke 13, verse 8 records Jesus describing a gardener digging around a struggling plant and fertilizing it in what sounds very much like direct root zone application, targeting the soil immediately around the roots rather than broadcasting across the surface. 2 to 4 inches of aged animal manure or rich compost at this level feeds the microbial communities that will drive the entire biological system of the bed above it. The third layer is deep, loose soil, the good soil that Matthew 13 describes as the condition for a 100-fold yield. Mix topsoil with compost and coarse material like perlite or wood chip fines to create a planting medium that roots can penetrate deeply and easily, that holds moisture without waterlogging, and that stays loose enough for tubers to expand without resistance. This layer should be at least 8 to 10 inches deep. Do not compact it, do not walk on it. Every foot in this bed compresses what your roots are trying to grow through. If you are building a raised structure, put paths around the outside and make sure every inch of the bed is reachable from the edge arm's length in from each side. Nothing more. The entire growing area should be manageable without ever stepping on the soil itself. The fourth layer is a mulch of comfrey leaves laid across the surface before planting. As they break down over 2 to 3 weeks, they release potassium, phosphorus, and allantoin directly into the root zone, exactly the nutrient profile that drives fruit development and yield. If you have watched our earlier video on comfrey, you know precisely what this layer does. If you have not, the short version is this. Comfrey leaves are exceptionally high in potassium, often rivaling or exceeding farmyard manure, depending on how each is prepared and decompose quickly and completely into the soil. Laying them under your surface mulch at planting turns the soil surface into a slow-release fertilizer that feeds your crops through their most critical growth stages without any further intervention from you. The fifth layer is how you plant, and this is where the system becomes something genuinely different from a standard garden bed. Dense, intentional companion planting at every level. Pole beans growing on a central trellis, their roots building nitrogen into the soil that will feed neighboring plants as the season closes and the roots begin to break down. Tomatoes or cucumbers trained vertically, producing fruit overhead while low-growing herbs and salad greens cover the soil beneath them. The Three Sisters system, corn, beans, and squash planted together, is one of the oldest documented intensive planting traditions in the world, developed by indigenous cultures of the Americas and mirroring precisely the same companion planting logic that ancient Near Eastern farmers applied with their own crops. Different plants at different heights, each supporting the others, nothing wasted. Every plant in this bed has a relationship with every other plant. Nothing is wasted. No space sits idle. 2 indeterminate tomato plants trained as single-stem cordons on vertical stakes in a 4x4 bed, given a deep layered soil and consistent moisture, can produce between 60 and 100 pounds of fruit in a full growing season under optimal conditions. This is a documented range from university extension trials and from serious home gardeners who have replicated it consistently. The key variables are the variety indeterminate types like Sungold, Black Krim, or Brandywine trained to a single stem, the soil depth, and the consistency of watering. Remove the growing tip once the plant reaches the top of its support, and every bit of the plant's energy redirects into the fruit already forming below. This is how commercial greenhouse growers achieve the yields they do, and it works identically in a 4x4 backyard bed. Pole beans on a vertical trellis in the same space produce 20 to 30 pounds over a full season. Pick them consistently every 2 to 3 days at peak season, and the plant keeps producing. Stop picking and it shifts energy into seed production and slows significantly. Cucumbers trained vertically produce 40 to 60 pounds documented in extension research. again with consistent harvesting being the single most important variable beyond soil depth. Potatoes grown in a deep layered bed with repeated hilling, adding soil as the plants grow upward to encourage tuber formation at multiple levels, can yield 30 to 40 pounds from a 4 square foot footprint. When using late-season varieties like Yukon Gold or Kennebec that continue setting tubers throughout the growing season. None of these numbers require perfect conditions or expert knowledge. They require the right bed, the right variety, and the understanding that the system builds momentum over the season. The honest caveat worth naming is that the first season with any new bed system is the learning season. You are establishing the biology, understanding how the layers interact, and developing your feel for the training and harvesting rhythm. The bed improves significantly in year 2 as the buried wood begins to break down into rich humus, as the microbial communities establish themselves through the full depth, and as your confidence with vertical training and companion planting deepens from real experience. Do not judge this system by what it does in week 4. Judge it by what it does in month 6 and by what the same bed produces when you come back to it the following spring. The method that Jesus used as the backdrop for his most famous agricultural parable was not romantic or symbolic. It was the best prepared ground in a world where soil preparation was the difference between feeding your family and not. 100-fold yield from good soil is not poetry. It is what good soil and intentional planting actually produce. If you want to see how the soil fertility methods that kept biblical communities productive for 3,000 years connect to this bed system, we have a video on the 6 soil secrets that ancient farmers used without ever buying a single input. Click on it and we will see you there.